it is estimated that 17 million workdays are lost every year due to alcohol-related sickness, costing employees around 1.7 billion. And here's the thing, that's just what gets reported. Because let's face it, if you're in a safety critical position like I was when I worked on the railway, you can't exactly call in and say, sorry, I'm going to be sick today because I got a hangover, right?
Tell me why I don't like Mondays. Tell me why I don't like Mondays. Tell me why I don't like Mondays. I'm gonna shoot the whole world down. Monday morning, your alarm screams, but your body whispers, not today. Your head pounds, your mouth's a desert, and the taste of regret lingers from the night before. You drag yourself out of bed, you glance at the clock, and you realize, oh shit, you're already late. Again. Hello, everybody. My name is Lee Davey, not Bob Geldof. I am not an alcoholic. I refuse to be anonymous. I am someone who lives a self-led life, alcohol-free as fuck, and I spend every single moment of that life helping other people do the same. Like right now. Welcome to another episode of the 1000 Sober Dailies. I used to fucking hate Mondays with an absolute passion, right? Two reasons, really. One, Sunday drinking in South Wales is just, I don't know, it's the biggest drinking day of the week. You go play football in the morning, I did, play football in the morning, go to the pub in the afternoon with the boys, and you would be there until the night. You'd stumble home in some, I don't know, semi-blackout state or a complete blackout state, half remembering or not remembering. Pick your kid up like I used to and swing him around the room like half drunk, not even know what I'm doing. Get up in the morning, drive to work way over the legal limit, the alcohol limit. And then when I get to work, just hide, really, hide for the day. Like I was probably operating at an eighth of the capacity of what I was able to bring to the table when I'm operating my 100%, right? And you got to think as well, you don't know until you actually become alcohol free as fuck how much more energy and how much more go and mental capacity and physical capacity you have in your body, in your mind, and your soul until you stop. So that's one big reason why I hated Mondays. And I wasn't alone, right? Like I wasn't the only one going to work on a Monday morning in a shit state, right? And the other reason I really hated going to work on Mondays is I really hated my job. I was an area productions manager working for DB Schenker Rail down at Port Talbot Steelworks at the time, and I just really hated it, right? So two reasons. One, hungover as fuck every Monday morning, and two, just hated being there, right? In the UK, it is estimated that 17 million workdays are lost every year due to alcohol-related sickness, costing employees around 1.7 billion. And here's the thing, that's just what gets reported. Because let's face it, if you're in a safety critical position like I was when I worked on the railway, you can't exactly call in and say, sorry, I'm going to be sick today because I got a hangover, right? Like you can't, can you? Let me tell you one of many stories, right, of when I was working on the railway. So I was a train crew supervisor in Bristol. We have a very strict alcohol and drugs policy, right? You just can't do it, right? And I used to work a Sunday night shift there for 12 hours, 6 till 6. And I would be booked on with a driver, and his job was to move locomotives around the depot, just me and him, fuel them up and get them ready for the next day. So I'm in work, and this driver, I won't say his name, he comes in and he says, anything to do, boss? I said, no, go and have a kip if you want or whatever. Go watch some TV for a bit. I'll let you know when you need to move a loco. I go down there into the mess room, and he is snoring away, having a sleep, and it stunk of booze, right? So I woke him up and I'm like, hey, mate, like, just level with me. Have you been drinking? And he looked at me, he said, well, of course I have. It's Sunday. I couldn't believe it, right? I was like, fucking hell. And I said, look, you can't drink, right? You can't drink and come to work. And he's like, oh, it's okay. It's okay. I didn't drink lager. I switched to whiskeys because I knew I was coming in, right? Like fucking planet, right? And the thing is, this guy was due to retire that year. So he'd been on the railway over 50 years. So I was in a bit of a spot. I decided to send him home. So I sent him home and I reported him sick with the flu, right? because I couldn't report him as sick for what he really was sick with. Like I couldn't tell anyone that he'd been drinking, because if I had, he would have lost his job, right? He would have lost his job. And that's how hidden the problem is. Even in industries where alcohol abuse is glamorized, right? Like I'm deep into industry at the moment. I love it. But warning, I've said this before, if you are trying to stop drinking alcohol, or you've got a drug problem and you want to put that in the rearview mirror, and you get triggered by watching other people do these things, don't watch industry, right? Like it's an alcohol, drug, sex fest. I kind of like watching it, right? I don't kind of like watching. I fucking love watching it. Not for those reasons, but I love watching it. And they get smashed and go to work all the time. But even in that industry, I imagine if you keep doing it all the time, at some point your boss is going to be like, you got to put your act together, because you have no idea how fine that line is that you're going to cross, right? So yeah, I don't like Mondays. The Boomtown Rats sang about not liking Mondays, but I guess the real question is, what part of you agrees with them and why? So have a little think about that while we have a short break. So welcome back to the 1000 Days Sober podcast. Since becoming alcohol free as fuck, everything has changed for me, right? Everything. Because quitting drinking, it gave me the clarity, it gave me the courage to finally ask myself, why the fuck am I spending my life doing something I hate? Right? Why am I going to work if I really don't like it? Well, let me tell you another story. Another story, right? Back in the 2007, 2008 economic crisis, it was really, really, really difficult time at work, right? The trade unions were striking, were picket lines. It was a mess, right? It was a really horrible place to be. I was receiving death threats, right, as a manager down in Port Talbot, like when I was on call. Like, it was a really horrible time. And day in, day out, my employees would come to me and they would complain every single day about how much they hated their job. And they did, they hated it. And they would complain to me over and over again. And one point, I got into work and I started to do the same. And I remember I always used to say to them, if you don't like it, fuck off and go do something else. Stop moaning and groaning and complaining and being such a victim. Just go and do something else, right? Because this is slowly killing you. Like, working in this place that you despise so much is fucking slowly killing you. But then I started to do the same thing. And I knew I needed to walk the walk. I knew I needed to talk the talk, whatever you want to call it. So I left. I left the railway. I retired after 19 years. I retired at the age of 35. My staff travel card today shows Lee Davey retired, right? I followed my curiosity. I built a life where I wanted to wake up on a Monday. It wasn't easy, but it was simple, because the moment you stop numbing yourself, the truth just gets louder and louder and louder, and you're forced to listen. And today it breaks my heart when I have conversations with people. And you know what it's like when you're having conversations with people, right? Like that service level talk. Where you from? What do you do for a living? You wouldn't. It just amazes me how many people just hate their job, right? And it really kills me that every day, like, other than sleeping, they're spending more time in that workplace than anywhere else, and they hate it, right? And it bugs the shit out of me. But of course they hate it, right? Because when you're running on the fumes of the liquid lie, the only thing Monday gives you is more of what you're trying to escape from, right? And there's a line in the song that the Boomtown Rats sing, and the silicon chip inside a head gets switched to overload. And that's what alcohol does, right? It hijacks the chip. It rewires your mind to believe that alcohol is nice, normal, natural, necessary, and noble, until you do something like the Strive method and you switch it back to self, until you remember that alcohol is a powerful poisonous drug that kills 3.3 million people a year. It is the causal factor in over 200 illnesses and diseases, and it provides you with absolutely zero value. Okay, today's daily vow. I will not drink today because I deserve to enjoy my Monday. You were not born to dread the start of your week. You were born to live a life that excites you, right? Being alcohol free as fuck, it doesn't just save your health, it gives you back your future. Okay, that's all I have time for today. Please rate and review this podcast so more people can escape the dread of the liquid life. Please press the subscribe button and send it to somebody who could do with it. And if you want to experience the Strive method so you can start finding not just a life free of alcohol, but finding a new job, a new career, a new meaning and purpose, right? Then email me at thestrivemethod@gmail.com and I'll give you some instructions on how to get involved. And most importantly, do not drink today. Enjoy your Monday. All right. Until tomorrow, everybody, much love and strive on.